Hey guys, it's me again. And since I can't fall asleep, I can't fall asleep, I can't fall asleep. Hey, I can't fall asleep. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm not up in pain this time. I think my sleep schedule is just so off from being in pain that I'm awake now. I went to bed at 10, woke up at 2, 8. Thought I was gonna go back to sleep, but I couldn't. So, um, I did a little Bible study and now I'm recording a video for you guys. I don't want to make this too long. If you saw my last video that talked about my chronic illness, you'll notice that the title, I changed it to a part 1 out of 4 because there are other things that I want to talk about related to dealing with the invisible chronic illness. And yeah. So I wrote down some things that either I've heard or other people have heard said to them when you tell someone, I'm sick, or I have blah blah blah. Now it could be POTS, could be fibromyalgia, could be lupus, could be anything that you can't see, where a person looks like they're healthy but they're really not. So I wrote down a list of things not to say or things that are insensitive to say to people like us. And have I gotten all of these things said to me? No. I've gotten most of them. Well, I only wrote down like 5 because, like I said, I don't want this to be a long video. All right. The first one is, you did blank, so you must be feeling better. Just because I was able to do something yesterday doesn't mean that I'm able to do it today or that I'll be able to do it tomorrow. My symptoms change all the time. I don't know how I'm going to be feeling from one day to the next, let alone 1 hour to the next. So, yeah, I just don't understand how people don't get the concept of symptoms waxing and waning, coming and going, lessening and worsening. Like, I just don't get how people, I feel like unless you've lived with a chronic illness, or if you've lived with someone who has a chronic illness, you don't really understand. Although I have met some people who haven't had either experience and they get it just fine. So I don't know, like, to me it's common sense, but whatever. So yeah, I hate getting that. I remember it had been I can't talk. It had been months since I had gone to church. And I finally went because I was feeling well enough to go, and someone was like, you must be feeling better. No. Where do you think I've been the last several months? In bed. Bedridden. And after this, I'll be back in bed. Bedridden. Unfunctional. Dysfunctional. Not functioning. Look, it's late. Okay, second thing I wrote down. Oh. I don't want to offend anybody by this, but this one is more of a personal one. I don't know if everybody else with invisible illnesses feels this way, but someone asks me how I'm doing, and I tell them honestly, I'm not feeling well, I'm not doing good. And instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, or I hope you feel better, they respond with, well, you look good. First of all, well, I'm not expecting a whole, I don't want you to grieve over me, but I also don't want you to dismiss what I just said. I said, just because I look good doesn't mean I'm feeling good. And I feel like people who say that just dismiss what I told them or minimized it, if that makes sense. Okay, moving on to the third thing. This one really grinds my gears. Have you tried blank? Now, blank could be anything. Have you tried changing your diet? Have you tried exercising? Have you tried taking this natural supplement? Have you tried taking this medicine? Have you tried getting outside more? Have you tried thinking positively? Have you tried getting more rest? Have you tried sleeping more? My goodness. Yes, the answer is yes. I've tried all of that and more. I personally find this one insulting because I've lived with POTS for 8 years now. And chances are, if I'm telling you about this now, whatever you ask me, if you want to know if I tried something, most likely I did. There's a 99.999% chance that I tried it within the first year of having it. And it's very unlikely that you've magically come up with a cure when I've been doing everything, bending over backwards, seeing doctors, doing everything I can to get better. It's a little insulting. Like I'm just sitting around here twiddling my thumbs like, yeah, I'll just be sick. I like being sick. I just want to stay sick forever. Yes, I've tried all those things, and I've tried things that you haven't thought of, most likely. Yeah. So, as you can see, some of these things really annoy me. That's why I'm getting a little aggravated when making this video. No offense to anybody who's watching this. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the people who have said these things to me. Okay, I'm not currently mad. It's just that the memories bring up feelings of anger. Like, I get they're just trying to help. But it's not exactly the best thing to say to someone with a chronic illness. Especially if you haven't even heard of the chronic illness. Like, do you even know what POTS is? So, if you don't, how do you know what I should be doing to help it? Okay, moving on. Now, I haven't gotten this. But if someone were to say this to me, I don't know what I'd... Like, I wouldn't punch them in the face. But I probably would want to. I wouldn't, because I'm a Christian. But it would make me really mad. Must be nice being at home all day. Or it must be nice being at home all the time, not having to work or go to school. Yes, I just love being unproductive and just laying in bed, and in the same bed with these same walls, just watching my life go by, watching my friends go to school and have careers and do things that they've been planning on doing. Yes, I love just being stuck at home all the time. It never gets old. It's always, it's so fun because I just get to lay there and just stare at my ceiling fan and just relax. Like, I don't have any cares in the world. I mean, there's nothing that goes into keeping up with taking care of myself when it comes to a chronic illness. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I just watch TV and lay in bed. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. People don't realize that having a chronic illness is like having a job in itself. There are a lot of things that go into it, and I'll get into that into another video. What I do to maintain my, or at least try to calm my symptoms. But yeah, no, it's not fun being in the house all the time, and you get stir crazy, and you just, it's it's maddening. No, I don't like it. No, I'd rather be having a normal life. Yes, I was planning on going to college and having a job and doing all these great things. And then my life got a flip turn upside down. So yeah, I'm happy I've never gotten that remark. I don't even know what I'd say. I probably just have to walk away, maybe say something, I don't know. But within, I'd say, the first couple of weeks of me being sick, I was pretty much over it and ready to move on with my life. And now 8 years later, I still want to move on with my life. Okay. And the last one, probably the most common one that I've gotten, and I'm sure many other people have gotten who have invisible illnesses. After you tell them, oh, I have blah, blah, blah. Oh, but you don't look sick. The best way I can explain this is, can you tell if a person is diabetic by looking at them? Can you tell if a person has, I'm trying to think of other invisible illnesses that are more commonly talked about. Can you tell if someone's hypoglycemic by looking at them? Can you tell if they have depression by looking at them? Can you tell if a person... Why can't I think of anything else? Look, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of invisible illnesses out there. Just like you can't tell a diabetic person, you can't tell that they're sick. With my illness and with all the other invisible chronic illnesses out there, no, we don't look sick, but we are sick. And saying, but you don't look sick, just makes it look like either you don't believe me, or like you think I'm making this up, or I can't possibly be that sick. And I didn't write this one down, but there's another one. Oh, you're too young to be this sick. Who put an age limit on illness? You have like babies with cancer. I'm not saying POTS is as bad as cancer in no way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what race, your background, your anything. Anyone is prone to getting sick. So I'll never understand that. You're too young to be sick. So that's it. Things that are insensitive and hurtful to say to people with invisible illnesses such as POTS. And yeah, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't the most entertaining video, but it was meant to be more educational, plus some stuff I needed to get off my chest. So yeah, anyways, until my next video, goodbye, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.